me just do that. Do that. And do that. And he ricochets. Alright, the KV-4 Turchaninov. Now, I will not be discussing the one that can be found on TanksGG on the Wargaming's NA and EU servers. It's different from the one that I actually played. The one I'll be discussing today is the KV-4T from the Lesta servers. This is the RU servers because it is far more interesting. The DPM is decent for a heavy tank at tier 8. 320 alpha, that's very nice. 227 pen with AP, also very nice. And look at this, it's a reverse auto reloader. That's quite nice. I like reverse auto reloaders. I don't think they're that OP. It really depends on the tank itself, but 3 rounds, 3-second interclip. So 3 seconds is like, okay, it's not super overpowered. It's nice. 960 damage, it's pretty good. 0.36 accuracy is pretty decent. I mean, like, this is average, but it's pretty decent for a Russian heavy at tier 8. And dispersion factors they're, again, pretty decent considering this is a tier 8 Russian heavy. So it has better gun handling than most other tier 8 Russian heavies. In return, the top speed is admittedly not very good. 26 is very slow, although 12 is not actually that bad considering how slow it is forward. And the power to weight is not actually that bad. So this thing with a turbo will accelerate pretty decently. 6 degrees of gun depression, it's slightly above average for a Soviet heavy and a bit below average for most things, but the armor is quite nice. We'll go through that right now. This is like a very traditional KV-4 armor. When you angle it perfectly, it's very difficult to pen. And to be honest, I think most heavies should be something like this, where if you angle it perfectly, it's quite difficult to pen. And this is quite a unique and well-designed weak spot. So if you look at this, you know, it's a machine gun port and whatever this is, I guess a viewport of some kind. Obviously, just looking at the armor itself, of course, the front part is going to be the thickest, right? But there's no reason to believe the armor would be that thick on the sides, and it isn't. So when you angle it, these little two things are weak spots. I think this is very good tank design because essentially what you have is a big, slow, lumbering heavy that doesn't have any clear weak spots. It's definitely not the lower plates, that's for sure. Which means it can perform its duties as a heavy tank pretty efficiently, right? Weathering the storm, pushing through a flank. However, it's not impenetrable. You've got these hull little machine gun thingies here on the side, and even the turret ring can be penned quite easily. And yeah, of course, if you load gold, right? Yeah, you're gonna go through it. Although even then, it's still pretty good. And if you side scrape, you're pretty much not gonna pen this thing unless you hit the cheeks with gold. So this tank has pretty balanced armor, pretty balanced firepower, and pretty balanced mobility. I like this tank. I think, to be honest, Wargaming should add Lesta's version of the KV-4T with the auto reloader and everything. And not what they currently have. Again, what we currently have that I just showed you with no auto reloader, that is very early super test sort of things, okay? The stats will probably change at some point. That's why, you know, these tanks are under NDA because we don't want to give a bad impression of them. And this, after all, is the Lesta server, so this is a completely different tank. But what I'm trying to get at is I think Wargaming really don't need to do anything. They could just copy and paste these stats and it would be perfectly fine on the NA and EU server. And despite the fact that this tank looks like it's, you know, it's not anything crazy, I've had some very crazy games with them. And one of them was on Stalingrad. And overall, this is a very enjoyable tank to play. Although you wouldn't think it, it actually is. So quickly, I'm just going to compare it to the IS-3A. Because you might be thinking, well, okay, 3 shots with 3-second interclip. Why would I play this over the IS-3A? Because the IS-3A has more alpha and is faster. That's a valid argument. You're free to think that. On the Russian server, it's called this, the NT3M3. It's the same thing, IS-3A. Okay, first of all, the KV-4, more DPM, more pen, and a lot more pen, because this 221 is with APCR, so it doesn't get the same normalization, right? Okay, so obviously the clip damage is a bit less, because it does, you know, less alpha. Oh, fine. Aim time better. Accuracy, way better. Gun handling, way better. Now, obviously the speed, worse, okay? We all know that. The armor, again, way better. Nobody thinks the IS-3's armor is any good, right? Like, obviously, it's not any good, right? You can pen this no matter what. Even with this crappy 221 APCR, because it's not AP, it's going to be worse. Doesn't really matter what the IS-3A does, it's going to get penned, right? Alternatively, the KV-4, it's slower but gets better armor, better DPM, better gun handling. So honestly, I would rather play this tank. To me, it's more enjoyable. So I've hyped this thing up. Let's get on to the replays, and they are some very good replays. Alright, the KV-4T on Ghost Town. And this is a very nice matchup, so believe it or not, I'm actually gonna load AP. What? I'm loading standard rounds, I'm not gonna load gold. Yeah, that'll change shortly, but... Anyway, I want to take this moment to say, I was probably gassing this thing up a bit too much in the intro, or the tank review part, because although I've had some very good games on the Leicester server in this tank, and my experience in this tank was very enjoyable, that's the case with all tanks. Okay? I said this in the prototypal video that I uploaded yesterday. The RU server just seems to be better. I don't know what it is. Despite the fact that it has more BS OP tanks like the Gendrame and the H3 and all that, the overall game experience just seems to be better. I don't know why. Again, probably the increased player pool. So, yeah, check it out. Okay, put a nice shot into him. So, this thing's got a lot of armor and I'm top tier. Alright, I'm probably just going to push up to their side right off the rip because there's... I mean, the KV-5, you know, it doesn't really have that great pen. And, okay. Oh, that's a skinned version of the... What is it? The Oho? And would you look at that? Right, there we go. 1200 damage right off the rip. Now, I'm gonna admit something to you. I think this was literally the first game I have ever played in this tank. It was. Okay, I remember. I did not know this was a reverse auto reloader. I thought it was a standard issue auto reloader. This is why I'm waiting for my clip to refill before I start shooting again, because I think it'll give me higher DPM. I am wrong. This is a reverse auto reloader. That means what you can do is just shoot, empty your clip, and then you will be at full DPM. However, I did not know this, so oh well. Alright. Okay, that was not a very good shot. I wanted to kill him because he, out of all the tanks, he probably has the best gun to deal with me, right? So let's just get rid of this guy. And, okay. I immediately switched to gold because I'm thinking, yeah, that's what I get for loading AP. Okay, I'm just like wasting time in this beautiful matchup, in this beautiful position, bouncing my shots. Alright, just kill this guy. Again, you might be thinking, wow, good job, Chems, you're doing great. Look, I'm firing at the bottom of my clip, and I thought that would be the worst DPM. I haven't quite realized yet that it's actually good DPM, and I should be doing this, but it's fine. Again, I didn't, I didn't pull that shot early because I wanted to load that extra shell. And, okay. Just like that. Okay, we're at 2k damage already. That's pretty nice. So, yep. I'm gonna try and reload my whole clip instead of just shooting this Oni. My bad. Don't worry. The next two replays, they're arguably better than this replay, and I don't have this mistake. Okay, I realize this is an reverse auto reloader. Again, see, I didn't shoot. I'm trying to wait till I have all my shells. Anyway, so this tank, again, will it be as good on the NA server as it is on the RU server? Who knows, man. And okay, that's a bit of a low roll. I really should have just finished him off. But I was like, oh, I don't want to ruin my DPM. I'll let someone else finish him off. Yeah, mistake. It's okay. So, anybody over here? I don't want to go down this alleyway because there's tank destroyers that are going to shoot me. Plus, this route I find is a bit more easy to push when there's, you know, no tank destroyers over here. So, all right, let's get a move on. And oh, look, the KV-5. I'm going to take this approach so I can side scrape this side of the building and not the other side. If I side scrape this side of the building, I will not get shot by TDs. So that's why I came this way. Alright, the KV-5. I'm loading gold, so he's gonna have a hard time bouncing my shots. Although, again, it's still a KV-5, so they're quite tough to shoot. Alrighty. There's one. Go for the R2-D2 little turret thing that the driver's in. Alright, that wasn't a great shot. You know, okay. Ping is a bit, you know, I'm still gonna use ping as an excuse. Although, not for long. I just reload the second shell. He bounced, alright. And there we go. Nice, 3 kills already. 3.6k. This is this game is unfolding very nicely. And oh, would you look at that? A little old KV-1S bounced my rear because, again, this is a KV-4 hull and it's quite heavily armored. So, am I gonna reload the final shot even though it takes the longest? You bet I am. Alright. Tracked him and... splendid. Perfect. Got my 2 shots in and I could just push this guy. Now, we gotta be careful about the TDs up there, but to be honest, T-34 and... what is that? T-42 for 2G FT. Alrighty. And an E-25. I'm not sure. Well... definitely the E25 cannot pen me. Not too sure about the other guy, but... anyway. Another kill. Delicious. Alright, and this guy. Let's aim at him, and... alright, a bounce. Cool. Thanks. And then, you know, this is about where I realized, hey... this bottom shell reloaded very quickly. Is this an auto reloader? And it's around here where I think I realized... this is a reverse auto reloader. Now, I'm almost done with the shot, and then I think, wait, so if I just shoot, will my reload be quick? And would you look at that? It is! Okay, we're at a Top Gun already, and this E25 can spam as much gold as he wants. You're not gonna pen this thing. Alright. Bit of an unlucky shot, but it wasn't fully aimed. Oh well. We'll just keep rolling on forward. Oh, would you look at that? ELC even 90 sitting completely stationary for some reason. Oh, nice. 7 kills. Can we make it 8? All right. Let's see. Is this E25 gonna poke me? Okay. Let's see. Oh, would you look at that? Alrighty. Aiming for this and 8 kills. That was very nice. Like, this straight up looks like a replay from 6 years ago. Slow. I'm not playing an overpowered tank. I bounce a lot of lower tiers with my armor, right? Shoot them, get a lot of kills. It's great. Now, the next replay, Stalingrad. And boy, do I love Stalingrad. Have I ever mentioned how much I love Stalingrad? I am a Stalingrad glazer. I'm doing tricks on it, bro. Okay, next replay. Yay, Stalingrad. All right, let's turn this music up. So apparently this song is based off the Sacred War. So obviously it's going to be good. I don't know what it is about like 19th century, 20th century Russians, but when it comes to classical music, they can cook. That's right. Hazumer just said that. Can you believe it? So I've had this map a few times. I had this map in a prototypo, and I went over to the beach area, and I had a pretty decent game, although it wasn't really a huge game where I did a lot of damage, and it wasn't particularly interesting. So I never showed it. Admittedly, it was a shit win. So this is like a new, well, how do I say this? I'm going to go to a part of the map that I haven't been to before. This will be a new section of the map that I haven't been to. So in the SU-122V video, I went to this side, right on the edge of the map. In my prototype, I went over here, and this time I'm going to go in the middle. Now, I don't know if that's the best way to go, but this map is so beautiful and amazing, and I love it, that it turned out to be pretty decent. So, again, we're in a pretty nice matchup, although not as nice as it once was. I mean, there's a lot of tanks that can pen me. IS-3 with gold, even without gold, really. Roomba, STRV. So, I gotta be careful. So, not making the same mistake as before, loading gold right off the rip, and I know that this is a reverse auto reloader, so I don't need to like conserve my ammo. So let's shoot this TVP right here. That was a nice shot. Can you believe that? Freaking, it looked like I shot after he pulled back, but that's just because I have a bit of a delay on my shooting, right? 200 ping. And watch this. Okay, Chems, the ping ain't so bad, is it? Okay, you know, I'm getting used to it. Admittedly, this was like a week after the first replay I just had. So, okay. I'm almost reloaded, so I may as well just wait that extra 0.0 seconds to get an extra shell in. And I'm going to focus the EBR, because the Comet isn't going anywhere. So, just going to empty my clip, and then we're going to fight. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I know DeKillsword doesn't like auto reloaders, he thinks they're OP, and I can see, you know, certain circumstances, certain tanks, the way they're made makes them OP, but the way I would balance it, my own personal opinion, is not a nation's thing, right? Italian auto reloaders are normal. Soviet auto reloaders are reverse. I wouldn't do it like that. I would do it a different way. I would make it so that medium tanks are auto reloaders and heavy tanks are reverse auto reloaders. Because in a heavy tank, you really, like, if you're in a brawl, you can't really just sit around and wait to be reloaded and, you know, do all that. It's just not very enjoyable gameplay. But in a medium, you can, right? You can shoot, pull back, flank around, empty your clip, flank. However, in a heavy tank, I want to be able to, okay, empty my clip and then just fight a brawl normally, right? No other weirdness to it where I have to like, oh, should I shoot? Should I not shoot? It's mixed. Honestly, it's why the Italian auto reloading heavies are kind of junk, to be honest. But anyway, so we cleared through this flank pretty amazingly well, and like, did you see that fight? There was no hull down cupola sniping bullshit. It was just, you know, come around corner, side scrape, angle, do whatever, play the, you know, play the terrain. And it's just way better. Anyway, so this TNH, is he gonna poke? Okay, he's not. Oh, what about this 1357? He's gonna go through. All right, let's shoot him. He got tracked. All right, shoot him through the wall in third person. Nice. Oh, look. Another tank or another top gun I could get. And okay, let's just, you know, I almost reloaded the second shot, so may as well. So, sorry, I had to pause there for a moment. Yeah, that bounced. Can you explain to me how that bounced? Because the Sturv's S1 at tier 8, its armor is 30 millimeters. Okay, 30. This thing is a 107, which means 30 times 3 is 90. Anything larger than a 90 mil should overmatch it. Of course, this is 107, should have overmatched it. Yeah, I don't know how that bounced. If you look on the armor model, there is a small section that is like thicker and you could ricochet. Although I wasn't aiming at it, maybe the ping made the shell go there. And did you notice something? Look on the map. Nobody's capping. Everybody just plays the game. Like, I don't understand. Like, the NA and EU servers, people are just so obsessed with things that don't matter. They're like, well, I must cap to ensure the victory, and I don't want to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory or whatever, and well, I need to get my win rate up, and games per hour, credits per hour, and shut the fuck up, you stupid retard nerd. Just play the game. These guys were like, yeah, let's play the game. We got to their cap circle, but they're on the back foot. Let's go just kill them all, you know, get some extra damage, play the game. This is fun. And of course, now, who wants to go chasing after an E25? Okay, now we go in the cap. That's perfectly fine. So I like, honestly, this is why RU's better. I don't know what it is with NA and EU, just a bunch of like Western soy jack nerds who play the game in the most obnoxiously boring way possible. It's just not the case on RU. The Russians, I guess, they just know how to have fun. They I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, the next replay is going to be a good one because it's a close game. Cams, what the hell is this? We're on Ghost Town again. What you showing us the same replay? Amazingly not. What are the chances I get 2 absolute banger games on this map? This one is a close game, and I really gotta use this thing to its full potential in this match. So, match, again, not as good as the first game. We got some decently dangerous tanks. I think a Carnarvon Action 10 could give me a bit of a headache if he loads gold and names well. Scorpion Gs are scary, and that's pretty much it, actually. Maybe a bit better matchmaking than the Stalingrad game, but anyway, we're just gonna go right back to the position I was going to before. And I'm looking at the team, you know, a 110 Carnarvon, IS-22. These aren't crazy, like, it's not like a BZ, right? Or like a, you know, I don't know what else, a Contradictious, even though that's not on this server. I'm just gonna push up. There's nothing that I'm really too afraid of on the enemy team. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, the IS-22 doesn't have the greatest pen of all time. So, I'm gonna just do that. Do that. And do that. And he ricochets his standard AP rounds. So, yeah, how about you play a real heavy tank, you nerd? Anyway, this This thing's DPM means I get to actually snatch the kill from the E75. So, just like that, IS-32 is dead. Now, do I push this? I don't know where the Scorpion is. I really don't want to get hit by him. He's gonna pen me no matter what. And he's gonna take a nice chunk of my health off. But now that I'm unlit, I can try and side scrape this. And, oh, would you look at that? Alright. No reason to get into the brawl just yet. Why not get my full mag out, reloaded. And I'm trying to get a slower plate. Oh, okay, that was a bit of a poopy shot. Thought I could, you know, sneak a little lower plate shot in there. And I don't know if this guy knows that I'm an auto reloader, because he's like, haha, I'm gonna keep poking. And now he backs up. So he probably just realized, oh shit, this guy like has an auto loader or something. A challenger. Yeah, there's pretty much no chance you're gonna pen me when I'm side scraping like this. And like, look at this. It's like traditional heavy tank gameplay here. Angling your armor, side scraping. This really is way better than like a hull down fight, right? So, look at these guys. They're all concentrating themselves to the threat on my right, or my allies right there. So, I guess I'll move up. Should I reload the second shot? Nah. We'll use the DPM at its fullest. We don't really need to clip anything at the moment. And ISU, okay, I'll get rid of him because he's a one-shot and, you know, kills are nice. Normally I'd go for damage, but I don't think these guys are in any threat of losing their HP, considering my team just died. So, don't worry. I've got all these guys for myself. Plus, the SU was leaving. That means that's damage going away from me, and I won't be able to get it later. These guys right in front of me. Now, oof, okay, they're penning me. As you can see, they're loading gold. And where are they penning? Well, one of them shot the weak spot on the gun, or the, you know, the machine gun, whatever that thing is. And the other one is shooting my side, so I'm angling well. So I'm getting flanked in the rear. I know he's there. I can't turn my ass around. I'm too slow. I'm too much of a lumbering beast to turn around. I'm gonna back up. Now that they're not pushing me or shooting at me, I can turn to face this guy. Now, I angled my ass, and I bounced one of his shots, which is like, honestly, the best I could have hoped for. Now, shit, this is a close game. We're actually down a bit, and oh, perfect, he got killed. I only have 360 HP. In this circumstance, what I would do is I would wait to have all my shots and then YOLO him. I'd take a shot, but then I'd clip him out and kill him. So, okay, would you look at that? Oh, come on. Alright, fine. Maybe I fired that one a bit too early, but I was expecting him to pull back a bit earlier than that. Now, SU-101. That thing gets a lot of gold pen, doesn't it? I can't quite remember, but it's something like 300 heat or whatever. Maybe even 330. Who knows? Instead of coming from an obvious angle, he would probably be aiming here because we're all spotted here. I'm going to take this long route and hopefully shoot him in the side. I'm looking over here because, of course, he's not there. Bonus, the artillery's back there. If I sit here, I'm going to get hit by artillery. If I sit here, I won't get hit by artillery. Now, I'm like, ah, shit, a Scorpion and I'm a one-shot. This is dangerous. So, the idea is that I'm actually over-angling my side, but when he's about to fire, I'm going to straighten it up, as you just saw right there, and then hopefully he'll ricochet off my side. It's the only chance I have at ricocheting him. However, the Challenger just kills him. Luckily for me, I live. And, okay, this guy's not paying attention. I could fire early, but I've only got like 2 seconds on my second shot, so then I'll just do that. That's one. That's two. Now, I would keep side scraping and shooting him, but I think the Jagdpanther is probably going to come around me, right? Look on the map. The Jagdpanther killed whoever my ally was. I think the SU or whoever it was. He's probably going to come after me, right? Okay, he's not here yet. He's not here yet. I turn around. I don't notice him on the map. Oops. Bit of tunnel vision by me. That's kind of some, you know, COD timing right there. Holy shit. Kill him. Okay. It's literally 800 HP versus 400 HP. And, okay, now this guy's coming after me. I'm going to try and reverse side scrape him to get a shot into him. All right, let's see here. Okay, he dies. Splendid. So, we've got an IS on, you know, okay, we don't have an IS. We got a Challenger on a decent amount of HP and a T-71, who's also a one-shot. And I'm a one-shot, although I think the Batchat's alpha is like 135, I think, something around that. Which means I'm a 50-50 for him, but I'm going to be completely honest, I don't think he can pen me even with gold if I angle. So I'm really not too afraid of him. So this T-71, okay, what are you doing? Is he Is he gonna YOLO him? Should I go around? Should I go like, you know, the decisions you have to make. Should I go this way or should I flank? Let's see. Well, he's going this way. My prediction was correct. Artillery kills our light tank. Okay. All right, here he is. Okay. Come on, buddy. Give me my top gun. Give it up. It's over. All right, now I'm gonna sit right here, and I'm not gonna poke out just yet because I don't want to get artillery. I am in, you know, 135 HP. Artillery can definitely kill me. My 6th sense timer went off, and I'm like, okay, can finally go. All right, sneak on through here. The Challenger probably won't get panned, and if you think, Chems, why are you bashing your head? Little micro taps on the D key, like left and right, they don't really register. You have to hold it for a lot longer, but anyway. Challenger finds him. He probably won't get penned, right? Okay, good. He didn't. He didn't even shoot. Challenger kills him. Again, what a great game. So this tank's armor did, you know, it worked, right? I blocked my entire HP's worth, and then I lost almost my entire HP's worth. I really got stuck in, right? I did my job as a heavy tank. I think Wargaming should definitely add it to the NA server, although it might not be as good as it would be on RU. Admittedly, when this thing has to fight tier 9s and tier 10s, it gets auto-penned. It's as simple as that. This is sort of reinforces my idea that I think heavy tanks should have +1, -1 matchmaking. Yeah, it's a discussion for an entirely different video. But if this thing only had to fight tier 9s at most and fight tier 7s, and I think it would probably be better for it, but whatever. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching.